Ah. All right. So let's try this again. Jesus. Fucking nightmare. What's up, Panda? Can you hear me okay? Am I too loud? Too quiet? Yeah. Come on, this thing takes forever.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Giants and the Silver and Black, and it's all up next.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35.
Panda, can you hear me?
Officially at the 34.
Anybody that's there, can you guys hear me?
Ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now, to be consistent.
Sweet. All right, thank you.
It'll go as a loss of 3.
What's up, Jason?
And it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through.
Nate, can you hear me?
Exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6.
Hey, you're going down tonight. Gotta kick your ass.
You're these receivers, you gotta be ready because when he's gonna throw it quick on that RPO, he's gonna throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the off season, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
What's up, Raider Pete?
And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
No, it's pro, though. I played pro mode this time. I was playing rookie yesterday just to get the feel of it.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second year.
potential. They are sky high on what they do in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. To throw here, O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. First carry now for Alexander Madison. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Lions good.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
How about now? Is that better?
Now it's O'Connell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
What the hell was that?
So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing, O'Connell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go for it. O'Connell. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
This is the 3rd time.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one,
yeah, I know. I kind of hope they do.
Come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there.
I'm just happy for them.
They bring the safety on the blitz,
First
and
time
he
ever
busts
making
through
it
to
to
drop him for
the
an
big
8-yard
dance.
loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Locke. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wan'Dale Robinson, 65 yards. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, really small school. They're not that big.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Damn it.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. throw out wide is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And O'Connell now to throw. That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A dump off for Abdullah.
They'll
get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
O'Connell here on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator.
What's their maiden name?
Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They look to throw. It's Locke. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
I just typed right into my laptop, but I don't know what you mean by that. I have Xbox Game Pass, so I was able to download it for free on my computer. So I'm playing it off my...
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What do you call it? External hard drive.
Here's Locke to throw. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Really, that's her last
Daniel
name?
Bellinger, 38 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna. This old man's gonna kick your ass.
Second quarter, you get points on the board here.
Going down
I think you're feeling okay. Back to throw, O'Connell. And that's going to be incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway. And fortunately,
fucking Brian
it winds
Dable
up
is
incomplete.
creepy in this one.
Now O'Connell. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Sticking to the air with O'Connell here. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, 26 yards.
Yeah, he is.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
We're playing each other in Madden tonight.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Dude, I'm playing pro level right now.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And I changed the timer down to 3 minutes and quarter, too.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over
What's up,
again.
Mark?
Block gonna throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 67 yards. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. O'Connell. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size.
I love the
being an
defense back in
advantage.
Vegas.
They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, O'Connell. Under pressure, down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Fans yelling, ridiculous, take him out, it's terrible.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Fans screaming.
Operating from the gun, O'Connell. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Fuck you, ref.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on. Now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders offense and Aiden O'Connell getting set to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now 2nd and 3.
Oh, what am I doing?
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. There's the stiff arm. I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
Too long for a field goal. Too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back. And try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, O'Connell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. O'Connell. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 39 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
What's up, Tony?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Boy.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Play action. Now it's Locke. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Here's Locke. This is caught. It's Robinson.
His feet weren't even down.
Touchdown.
He was in the air. Fuck that shit.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Review that shit.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
What a joke.
So the drive there took 6 plays.
Oh,
and
bullshit.
It was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. This is caught by Tucker. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. O'Connell working from the gun. And that nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
They'll go for it. O'Connell. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Block now to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors. It's football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Accept.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to the W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now a fake on the jet sweep. Still run up the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
He said it to strip on the secondary. No, I know. That's why I've been doing blitz.
3rd
Shit,
and
that's the
19.
play I wanted. Fuck.
Right back to Tracy. And the stop here will come at the 30. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's O'Connell. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot.
Chance.
No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. O'Connell.
Oh, what
And
the
that
hell?
nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you were at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
No interceptions. I go again.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Spins by. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a sixth-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache. Touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality. Never gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball well. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
And he will take it on. For a giant touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They had 3 tight ends
a little bit better
on
now.
That set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays,
I haven't been really talking much.
tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Fuck.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Spend too much time looking down the field and not paying attention to what's around the quarterback.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll hand it to Tracy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
On gain of 19 yards. 1st down, New York.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tracy trying the right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I need to spend a lot of time playing this freaking game.
Ball at the 10. They'll go again with Tracy.
Ah,
He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack.
Yeah, but again, I still got to figure out, like, how do I move around the field to change plays and shit? So I'm like,
now it's Tracy. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Now to the air, Locke. This is caught.
Oh,
it's
come on.
Robinson with a Giants touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now it's O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there. As that will lead us
this
right
is like
into
my
the 2-minute
4th
warning.
game playing this. Surprised I'm even able to score. I haven't played Madden since I...
Here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To the air again with O'Connell. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's Locke to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. To throw in his Locke.
There we go.
And that'll be knocked away.
It's when this drive is over.
Second and 10. Again, it's Locke. He's got Bellinger. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. In motion left, Robinson. Throwing now is Locke. That is caught. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
First in the first game.
Darius Slayton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Oh, shit. Get points out of this drive. Stupid fucking commentators.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, O'Connell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's the... Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
bad as the Raiders are freaking poor clock management.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, O'Connell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And this is
finally got on the board. God damn it.
Trey Tucker as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good start.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we come upon halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And Robinson, the motion man right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
I think it maximum muscle in this game in real life.
Crosby. Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Locke going to throw. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On the give, it's Tracy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he's going to be out of
No
bounds,
problem.
but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Now Locke. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Get back in this
Buried
shit.
behind the line by Christian Wilkins. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And the coverage terrific there as that's not.
Yeah, that wasn't going to end up well. Figure what the hell, give it a shot, right?
Appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. And O'Connell now to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Not what I
Just
wanted.
driving a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's O'Connell. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes...
He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And it is down there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. To throw here, O'Connell. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now O'Connell. Looking in end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, O'Connell. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
I don't know if I could just stop him on defense.
It's up
Looking
and
good.
This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out come the Giants. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And this is an big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he'll be taken down well before. First at about the 36-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's tie this shit up. Going deep right away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's O'Connell.
Come on, I got rid of that before. It's up, Raider Paul.
That one winds up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. O'Connell.
Oh, almost picked off. Got lucky.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Back to throw. Throw right side taken in by the tight end, Bryant. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Oh, I thought he had it.
But it's incomplete.
What's up, Raph?
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback,
All right, this is
jumps
it.
the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time
What a
remaining.
bunch of
And
bullshit.
the Giants are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first.
Ah, shit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tracy. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
Damn it. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm gonna keep going, but I gotta take a piss. I want to have a cigarette. Hey, if I go out and if I go take a piss and have a smoke, you guys gonna bail? Because I'll come back, I'll play another round. I don't care. We'll be playing this for a while tonight. Nate and I have our show at 9 o'clock tonight. Raiders coast to coast. We're gonna be playing against each other for a couple hours tonight. So we're gonna go head to head. So I will be right back. Hello? Can you hear me now? All right, there we go. All right, who should I play as and who should I play against? Yeah, can you hear me? All right, so who should I play as? Give me a team to play as and who I should play against. How do you do that? Yeah, because I never played. This is only like my 5th game playing this, so I don't even know the settings on this. Like, where do I go in this window? Like, quit playing. Switch teams. Oh shit. Oh, never mind. Oh, give me 2 teams to play. Who the home team will be who I'm gonna play as. So let's pick that first. I'll leave it up to you guys. Don't hold back now. Throw out some. Maybe once I get into it. Lions versus Washington. see what we got here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. This thing takes forever to load, though, I notice. Jesus Christ.
It's the National Football League Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Here's Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be
Also a
taken
great
down, but
fucking
they
start,
are
huh?
in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
I will eventually. I gotta get the
They'll come up here.
dynamics
first
down on how to
and
play
10.
this. I'm playing against Nate tonight live on
Out
our
of the
show.
shotgun.
So.
It's Goff.
Oh,
Open
come
man,
on.
It's Jameson Williams. He is in.
Comparing right the other
Jameson
way.
Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point.
Oh, how'd that not get
He's
blocked?
got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
I suck at this game.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays, but he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. It was Derek Barnes with the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of
them.
Off to throw on first down. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Williams in motion. On play action, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's into the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. 2nd and a yard.
I'm playing as the Redskins versus the Lions. Why did I? What?
3rd and a yard. And he'll have a Commander's first down. He's up to the 45-yard line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter.
Yeah, oh,
we
the CPU.
Are through 1.
Tonight I'm playing
it's
against
the Lions who have the early lead. More after. Here's 2nd and 2. Here we go. And in motion is Brown. They'll run with Robinson. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. Third and a yard. 3rd and a yard. It's Daniels. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
2nd down and 8. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Daniels.
Oh, come on.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was
Kiss
going
my
on.
ass.
That's incomplete.
Oh,
Terry
no shit, it's
McLaurin, the
incomplete.
intended target on
Fucking
that one.
announcers are so stupid.
3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just
I
have
have
to
no
make.
idea who that McCaffrey
The field
is.
goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't
I'm
get
just
the real
smashing
big play
buttons.
they
I
were
don't even know
hoping
what the
for,
fuck I'm doing.
but they'll
Oh, come
definitely take it.
on.
This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Chin looks good.
On 1st down, it's Goff. He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. The Lions called their first timeout.
I'm playing on pro
with
mode right
46
now.
seconds remaining in the 1st half.
I've been playing on pro mode all day
If you want to
today.
score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this...
That one, take it in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this
Not so
1st
good this
half.
time.
They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score
Later,
some
Chris.
points,
How'd you
they
make
need
out?
to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the 1st half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of mid. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now a deep ball looking.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
And his offense is going to be all set up.
And that's the
with
first
a short
interception I've
field
thrown since I've
and
been
a
playing
chance
this
to
ball
extend their lead.
ever.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
How is that not getting
Bates,
blocked?
good with the extra point. And the Lions are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go play action here with, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's...
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this cannot be what they were hoping for. What a disaster. Hunter definitely in harm's way. They get nothing out of it and turn the ball over on downs.
So it's obvious during the course of the week in practice, studying the film, they thought there was an advantage they could take with their punt unit coming on the field and picking up a fourth down fake. But the execution just wasn't there. So again, you go back to the drawing board and you say, okay, am I better off having my punter attempt that pass and catch the defense off guard, or just keep my offense on the field?
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Here's Goff. To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
It's not consistent.
Here comes the Washington.
Getting it between the 25 and the 30 every time.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing now. Daniels. This one popped in the air and intercepted. And his offense is...
It's embarrassing. That was disgusting. Oh, God. I gotta figure out how to... I gotta play around with this. Let's see what type of modes I can do different. Thanks, man. Bro, getting spanked at home hurts for us. Post-game commentary? Well, Jim, it was clearly inexperience and shitty execution. Yeah, along with fucking horrible coaching. God. That was
Choose the
pathetic.
team you want to start your franchise with.
Oh, we're choosing them.
Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner.
Appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Next thing, change that. Really? Whose playbook do we want to use? Not fucking Pierce's, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll go with McVay. Yeah. Detroit. Let's see. What have we got for equipment here? Not the pole. We'll keep it fashionable. Oh, yeah, it's rough. What about mustaches? What the fuck, man? It's all facial hair. Go with this one, I guess. $275. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, 5564, 62. That dipshit. I wanted a ball dude, man. No ball dudes. It's stupid. What I'm doing here. I'm just fucking playing around with this. Strategy option. Would you like to do? All right, I guess I'll go to the.
Welcome to Weekly Strategy.
Ooh.
Each week, you can find valuable information about your upcoming opponent. You can choose
Ducky.
one game plan focus with pros and cons that will carry over into game day. There is a recommended focus already selected, or you can choose from 6 different options.
I put AOC 12 in there as the starter.
This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent.
Yeah,
you can
good for
also
them.
view
Yeah.
more specific play
Yeah.
calling information.
Yeah, whatever. Oh. Okay. Cut James. Cut James and Parham. Oh, God, the coffee's so watered down now. Oh. I can't even drink it anymore. It tastes like shit. Oh, wife's out right now. She's bringing home coffee on her way home. OnlyFans page. Tommy Crop. Yeah.
Ready? Ready? Go! Get up! Come on, set! Ready? Set! Go! On the ready! Hut!
Oh, okay. I gotta hit the break the targets. All right. Now I get it.
Ready, ready?
That's not what I wanted to do.
Let's go! Hut, hut! Here we go, set!
Okay, so 22. All right. I kind of get that now. All right. I think I'm gonna call it quits for a little bit here. I'll play around with this on my own right now, and I'll see you all tonight. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. So we got time is it right now? So it's 7:15. So in just under 3 hours, we'll see you guys tonight for the Raiders Coast to Coast show, where Nate and I are gonna play each other on Madden 25, and I'm sure he's gonna absolutely fucking annihilate me because I suck at this game right now. Have not played it much. This was only my I played total of 6 games. 4 of them today on pro mode, and yesterday was on like rookie mode just to get used to it. God, dude, it's gonna be a joke. It's gonna be so bad. I know I'm gonna lose. If I score a touchdown, I'm gonna be fucking ecstatic. All right. So you're talking about a kid that's played this for God knows how long. I was playing Madden before the kid was even born, so that's how far back that goes. Uh, so we'll see you guys all tonight, and take care. Have a good evening.